Rest in peace, Mario. I wouldn't come here. They just rip you off.
Riding a motorbike around the world. This is one of the biggest challenges in my life. Who would have thought I ever do this?
Hi, I'm Alex, adventuring my motorbike around the world. Join the ride in South America.
I made it to Hotel Bajo Caracoles. I should have reserved this room here. It's 50,000 pesos, which is like 30 euros a night. It's a single room with private bathroom. I mean, like, okay, we're in the middle of nowhere here. What can you do? It's very, very windy here. And it seems to be a rather known place here. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have some food now because I'm a bit hungry. I only had an apple today. Right, folks, it's time to get some power again.
Panamericana in Argentina. We're taking the Ruta 40 further southbound from Bajo Caracoles. We're taking the 72 Malditos, go to El Chaltén, El Calafate, and the Perito Moreno Glacier. We're crossing into Chile at Rio Turbio to reach Puerto Natales.
Good morning and happy day from Bajo Caracoles. We are heading south today towards El Chaltén, I think it's called, to Fitz Roy. Actually, I booked something today already. Because, I don't know, I wanted to book something. Hostel, family hostel. Look at the cute dog, still sleeping here. Good morning, brother. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, right? The sun is out. It's early today, it's around 7. I start early because of the wind. Yeah, what can we do? Let's go. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, brother, in a long sun. Air pressure 2.2, 2.5. Oh, they have police station here, actually. We have just, I think, what many degrees do we have? 11 degrees. I was standing in the sun for 4 minutes and I'm slightly sweating already. What's going on with you, brother? 513 kilometers. The GPS, Google Maps says 5 hours, 43 minutes. I just also had the route for motorbikes and it says like 9 hours something. I don't get it, right? So we're gonna do the 73 Malditos today, which is obviously a gravel part here on the Ruta 40, but I heard it's not so difficult. Lubricate the chain, it's completely, so I have to stop and do this. This is so terrible. Now the chain is cold, I should actually wait for an hour to have it dried. Oh, it sucks. Okay, how do I do it downhill? I will roll the motorbike downhill. It's so terrible. I have to stop here, I cannot really roll it here. I'm sweating it again. I'm going onto the road now. It's gonna get cold and windy. I might freeze again. I don't want to open my jacket because my zip is closed. My hands were dirty again. I have to wash them again. It's so much work all the time. And the chain is lubricated now, but it should dry for an hour because it's wet. It will just throw off now again. Actually, I should have cleaned it after all the dirt on the gravel road. And I have it all done now because yesterday I was too tired. The scenery is so beautiful. I'll get back in a good mood, but there's so much up and down. This overlanding motorbiking thing. This is one of the biggest challenges in my life. Riding a motorbike around the world. Who would have thought I ever do this? It's such a challenge. Mentally, look at the holes here. This is worse than in Uzbekistan. I feel a bit like on Stewart Highway here. It's empty, but less trucks. So good to ride on bitumen. So good to ride on bitumen. Yeah. Riding on empty roads on bitumen. This beautiful scenery. Beautiful scenery. Just like no thoughts in mind. That's a good thing about traveling. The beauty around you, no stress. If your chain is lubricated, just the wind in your face. You just ride along the road, your motorbike, and the asphalt beneath your tire. Also, the sun shines above you. Sometimes you forget to put sun cream on. You have to stop again. Take your gloves off, take your helmet off. Realize that your earplugs fall out again. Crunch yourself in some sunscreen. Press your earplugs back in. Get your helmet on, get the sunglasses on. Overlanding is a contrast of things that are just fact, things that are amazing. It's constant up and down. Today we have tailwind, sometimes you have headwind, or you even have side wind. and the trucks come against you and the wind hits you in your face, you never know what's going to happen. Potholes. This statue. Yeah, it is. No, it's a real animal! It's a real animal! Wow! Like it's a bit chilly, 10 degrees, and I only carry my beautiful Stadler summer gloves here.
It's just too cold. It's 8 degrees, no sunshine. I need to get another layer on. And I need to change the gloves as well because they're not warm enough. It's a bit freezing actually. What can you do? Oh yeah, this will take some time now. Not just heating up the air conditioning and putting it a bit like this to get warm. Now I'm ready again to go. Not a single car or truck has passed by. This road is really empty. Okay, we're gonna ride it. We're gonna ride it! Italy! Italians always ride like there's no tomorrow. Everything works so quickly. The fuel, tires go down, the chain goes down, everything goes down. The countryside is rather brown, rather boring. Not boring, but not really interesting. Not like yesterday at least. Going now 100, almost like 100 according to GPS. Running on reserve already.
But this is the best fuel station, like the YPF. Super 25. Muy bien. Ciao! Tudo bene?
Folks, I had some snacks. Now we're heading further the Ruta 40, doing the 73 Malditos.
Taking a ride somewhere here, to follow Ruta Nacional 40, Ruta 40. And this is the route that takes you to the Malditos. I think this is the route that goes more like east. 27, no, 73 Malditos. It's the 73 kilometers which are dammed.
Okay, let's see how the surface is, if we need to brush air down or if we just can leave it as it is. Yeah, I will brush it down a bit. Just because of the wind, not because of the surface, but because of the wind. Okay, let's see, where are we? 73 Malditos. I pressure down, now we're good to go.
If there wouldn't be wind, it would go like 100 easily. One of the best railroads I've done lately. Next to Perito, it's not the same quality I'd say. But the wind is a bit tricky because if a gust comes in, it obviously kicks you over into this more like soft part. Just gonna sit down now, so I don't have so much attack surface for the wind. As soon as the gust kicks in, I will stand up on my right foot, so the motorbike immediately leans against the wind, and this is how I control it now, more or less. Just 60. The wind is not so strong today. Yesterday was much more. Just wave and say hello. Shortly. Oh, now they're sitting. I'm getting more left and left and left here.
Like all these blue stones?
Stadler summer gloves, because I just have more control with them. We're going to overtake another motorbike in a second here. Oh, there's a lot of stones on each side. A bit more careful here, I think. So don't want to get off the lane here. Actually, it's time to stand up. This is not enough control. You see the lane's probably difficult for you to see, but it goes up on both sides like 10 centimeters. Lean it, brother. I don't want to get onto the loose parts. The road has been fairly good so far. It just turned a bit more loose now here. Like a riverbed. There's quite some wind now. Which gear do we go? Third gear. 30 kilometers an hour. I'm going in second gear. Now the wind is getting a bit stronger. I'm going in second gear now to have a bit more play in case I am pushed over, and I can just open the throttle and kind of keep the motorbike a bit more stable. Actually, is this a good lane I'm going here? I'm not so much sure. Ay. Now there's a lot of wind here. Really hits guy here.
And here is this lane that is perfectly fine. 50 centimeters of hard surface.
Much better. So much more comfortable. The wind is kind of killing you. It's blowing you left and right. You cannot stand up because then it's blowing even more left and right. We're back on bitumen! We're back on bitumen! Fuck it, hey. I don't like riding off-road. I hate it. I hate it. It's just like, it's so exhausting. Why do people like off-roading? I don't get it. It's just exhausting. There's no fun with it. Now I'm back on bitumen, I have to pump up the tire again. If there wouldn't have been gravel... I'm just complaining. Actually, why am I complaining? Because my neck hurts again. This also goes down here. We have 165 kilometers to go to Chaltén. I also lubricated the chain again, obviously, because 165 kilometers without the right chain is not really good for the chain.
Yeah, the wind is really strong now in the afternoon. Gusty. If the gust hits you, it's easily, you're gonna be set a meter to the left, a meter 50 to the left if you're not reacting fast enough. This is the road we go. It's just straight. The wind is coming from behind me. It's accelerating us forward. I'm using 55 kilometers a minute. Just emptiness here.
There's Lagos. Some backpackers hanging out here, I think. They have a hospital and they have a police station. Towards El Chaltén, and now the mountains are out beautifully covered with snow. It's another hour to go. It's getting a bit cold. The wind, I mean, it's 20 degrees or so, 19, but it's still 17, but it's cold. It's really cold and very windy. Okay, I'm standing up. Take video footage of this beautiful scenery here. Wow, look at how the mountain comes in there with the stripes folded up. Bienvenidos, Parque Nacional Los Glaciares. In the background we have Fitz Roy.
Good morning, happy day, folks. Today we're leaving Camely behind and we're going hiking to see the Fitz Roy up there. I'm gonna go up to a lake. They say like it's a 4-hour hike back and forth. I think I'm gonna do it in 3 hours. I have my beautiful sneakers, but I think the path will be okay. We take a longer path. Let's see, I'm excited. It's good. I love hiking, I love walking. And the scenery here today must be beautiful. This is actually, I'm very lucky. This is the best day in 2 weeks, I think, more or less. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, the entrance to the park is already ripping off. This is 45,000, which is like 30 euros, $40. They only take cash. You cannot pay credit card, which means like the fees you had to pay for the bank to change the money already come on top. They offer you to pay in dollars and euros. That would be 40 euros or $40. So it's the same amount in the end. So they give you like, it costs $10 more if you pay in foreign currency. Although they actually prefer foreign currency because it's much more stable in value for them. Yeah, it's expensive, very expensive, ridiculously expensive. And then they tell you, oh, it's not a lot of money for us. I mean, like it is. Argentina and Chile are the same price as Spain at the moment. It's really expensive. And again, here's the same thing. Foreigners pay 45,000, locals pay 5,000. Huh? Why? I feel very badly treated here again. My friends in Argentina, I will not come back. I enjoyed once in my life and I won't do it again. Because this is not a fair way to do it. Imagine you're coming to a national park as a foreigner to enter it and you pay a price that is beyond a price that you would pay to enter a park in Europe, right? Far beyond. You can't pay with credit card. I mean, like 2 Russian friends in front of me that didn't have cash. They have to go back. They're just sending them back. No, we don't take credit card because, oh, system is not working. The printer is not working. I don't know, like, what reasons they're making up. Find a solution, guys. Make it easy for your visitors. This is not how you treat visitors, your guests. No, it's not. You probably have a very beautiful place here to visit. Everybody wants to come here, but make it convenient. Make it easy for us. That's the lovely village of Chaltén. Some people might say like, hey, come on, Alexander. It's just 30 euros, there's nothing for you. Yes, it is something for me. It's a full day budget. 1 day living on the road. A full day just to go hiking. That's not the price. I mean, like I can go skiing in Europe on a lift for 80 euros, which is super the price. But then I have infrastructure, right? I can pay with credit card. And here they just rip you off. They just rip you off. And your offer that when I come back tomorrow it's half price doesn't help me, because I only want to spend 1 day here. It's the same, and I said Port Arthur, you have to pay for 2 days. There's no single day entrance. I don't need it. Your pricing is not relevant for me. Enough complaining now. We just enjoy the scenery and have a good day. We made it all the way up to the Perito Fitz Roy. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to come here. It's covered in clouds as always. I think they call these clouds Chaltén. That's why the name of the village also is El Chaltén. When I look up, I think the real good thing is still covered. We couldn't have been any more lucky. The sun is shining onto Fitz Roy and we see all of the peaks. Fitz Roy is the big one in the middle. It's 3,405 meters tall. I think it makes a good impression today. So the mountain marked the border between Argentina on our side and Chile on the other side. But just behind the mountain here and the range, actually, as far as I can see from the maps, everything is glacier, everything is snow, everything is ice. So there's also a bit of glacier coming down from the mountain. But here the moment is rather good temperature. Alright, the hike is finished. I think I spent like 5 hours there. The most expensive 5 hours hiking ever in my life. And I'm actually feeling quite lucky, quite good, because some other people also just complained about the very, very high prices there. I think this village has developed massively over the last couple of years. It appears to be rather modern, wooden built places, and the prices are like in Spain. They're like Europe. It's very expensive here. A bunk bed is 20 euros. A bunk bed, 20 euros. Food, 15 euros. 20 euros, depends like where you go. So my recommendation, coming here, coming not here. Actually, I wouldn't come here. I would not come here. There are so many other beautiful places to see in Argentina and Chile that are for free. I mean, it's expensive to sleep here. It's expensive to go in. I mean, like, you see the Fitz Roy. Oh, I've been to the Fitz Roy. Okay, fine, the Fitz Roy. Everybody's talking about this, and this is what you're paying for. It's very crowded up there. No, I think better enjoy places that are empty and that are cheap, free. Hey guys, I have to show you this. I'm just trying to get some money out of the ATM. The maximum amount I can get out is 100,000, which is like 60 euros. And they charge 14,600 in fee. Continue the transaction, no. I mean, like, this is 14%, which is like more than the complete transaction. No. 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 Cancel. They don't let me out now.
I have to say the smell here is like, I think that's the smell of Patagonia. The flowers are flowering, blooming kind of. And it smells like one of those expensive American hotels. It smells really good. I just figured I lost the screw that holds my windscreen at the bottom right, although I actually put them on with Loctite. But that's not so good. So I have the screw, but I forgot to buy the washer because I could take advantage of the initial ticket that I bought, 50% off today. You have 72 hours to buy your second ticket. Beautiful. We actually have some sun on it.
So people say that this glacier is still growing, but I just talked to one of the guides and he said like that's not really true. And also when you look at the picture there, it's indicating it's not really growing, it's going back. And obviously last year this was much closer still. Look at all the ice that is falling down. They kind of every day during the summertime now. It's beautiful, but also this glacier is being destroyed by, not sure if it's global warming, maybe it is, but maybe another ice age comes back in a couple of years and it grows again, who knows. A fuel bro made a big mess here. Although I always tell them like, go slowly, you need to put 6 liters in. I just put the container on and everything was jumping out here and over the motorbike and on down there. I mean, like, they gave me a discount, I didn't have to pay for the stuff that I didn't use, but all day long, but fueling up cars, and they cannot even do that. It's incredible. Despacio, no Fontana. I'm telling them all the time. And he's just pushing in over 6 liters, 7 liters, and then the Fontana starts. I mean, like, why do we even talk? Next time I just scream at them and say like, stop, you sucker! Hey, then we're going to Rio Turbio now. I figured out there's a place I want to stay. I cannot book it in advance because I don't have a phone number and they're not on booking or anything. So I'm actually rather happy that the glacier didn't take too long. We're going via Esperanza. It's gonna be like 5 hours, I think now. It's very interesting because we just rode maybe like 100 kilometers, 120 kilometers where it was so green and lush. And now we're getting away from the eastward and it's getting dry again. It's very similar to Australia where we also had these places where it was very green and lush at the coastline, and you go like 60 kilometers into the country, to the continent, and it's dry. This is very, very special, and I appreciate that. We're going all the way up there. So climbing here, we're riding towards the clouds, into the sky. Incredible. This is really special here, I think. We're using we're going with 1 liter, we're going 36.7 kilometers, which is about 2.7 liters a 100. This is really the advantage. If you don't go against the wind but take it the tailwind, you're gonna be very efficient. But look at the scenery here. I mean, like, this is raining over there, and actually this is the place where we're going to. So I hope it moves away until we are there. The power line just goes straight through the country. The sun is shining here. Or like, this is scenery is like, it's boring, but it's also beautiful at the same time. It has my heart. Approaching Rio Turbio. Looking for a place to stay now. It's 6:15. We still have some sunlight, but I'm just tired now. I'm hungry. So let's hope for the best to find a nice place to sleep tonight. What a beautiful place. Just parking here. Good we are. República Argentina. Up in San Garajal. Okay. Oh, I need to unplug here. I was just charging. So convenient. That didn't even take like 5 minutes. Guys in the stands, take an example from this. It's gonna happen a couple of more times because of the way the roads and the borders are placed here. I forgot that I may not bring honey and avocados into the country, so the kind lady just helped me to understand and took it away from me. Gracias, adios. So we are back in Chile now. Beautiful. It's like 21 minutes to go to Puerto Natales. Back in Natales, Puerto Natales. Who has to go first? I never understand how these rules work here. I have no idea. Is this the same? Is this the Hispare? I have to go. I have no sign that indicates I can go first. Hola, ¿qué tal? This is one of the big animals that was found here, an ancient animal, just a couple of kilometers north from here. Beautiful! The Lions Club is also around. Bienvenido a Puerto Natales. Our people are always friendly here. Look at the water, beautiful. I would love to go windsurfing here.
Wonderful. I want to meet a guy again. I bought a Bonia from him 8 years ago. And he also gave Lissy and myself a hitchhike. I think her name was Lissy. I was hiking with her. Friendly lady from the northern part of Germany. Let's see if I can find this, if we can find this Bonia salesman again. So what's this now? Why do I go first? I have no idea. I think that's not really the rule. I say thank you and he says hello. But I think that the place is no longer existing here. It was in one of these houses here, I guess. I will drive around the block now. I actually think it was this house, but it doesn't look like this is occupied anymore.
If the sun comes out here in Puerto Natales, the beauty just shoots you away. This is so beautiful. Incredible. A bit windy though, but really, it's so good to be back again here. Wow. I just asked the owner of the hostel I'm staying in, Puma Hostel, if he knew the man that I met a couple of years ago with the Bonia, and he said like this man probably has passed away. He gave me the number of potentially his wife, and I just reached out to her. Yeah, let's see. That's very sad actually. The name of the friendly Bonia salesperson was Mario. His wife told me, and he passed away in 2019 after painful illness. So I'm very sad about hearing that. Today is actually his birthday, and let's remember him. He was a great person. Rest in peace, Mario. I really love this town because it didn't really lost its character. There's obviously many hostels here, many shops and many restaurants, but somehow you have to cope with the amount of people. It doesn't look so touristic. It doesn't look so fancy, for example, compared to El Calafate. El Calafate is very touristic. And here it's more like, a little bit more like everybody knows everybody here. And it has a good atmosphere. There are some modern places, obviously, but it hasn't changed as much as I would have expected. I just buy some stuff at the supermarkets, and I bought a cucumber which is charged per piece, but it says like the cucumber is too heavy, so I have to wait for the assistance. Actually, this is a third product here that I bought where the weight is not correctly on the system, and the other people have the same problem here. It takes ages.